Hello racers and welcome to today's video. In today's video, it's season 4, episode 8 of Mini-B on-road in the continuing saga of taking this was once an RTR Mini-B, testing it, tuning it, racing it with the ultimate goal of getting it on the podium at the Maritime Onroad Championship. This week's episode, we're going to be putting some more power into the car. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. Let's do this. So there you have it, racers. Fun little intro to the video. But this week, as I said, the goal is we're going to try to make this car go a little bit faster. It was just a little bit sluggish on the straights. And the reason why we're doing this is because one of the subscribers commented in the episode 7 video and said that the car was a little bit sluggish coming out of corners, like it was cogging. So I thought maybe it's the speed control. It's only a little 18 amp speed control in there. Could be the motor. I did order a new speed control. We'll do that in episode 9. But for today, we're going to upgrade the motor. Now I just did an unboxing of it, buggered up the video. So let's see what we get in the box. Now, I like these little 2430 size motors. This is a little 4-pole, 6300 kV, and I like them because they are fast, but they don't have a huge amount of bottom end torque. And these little cars are just known for like turning themselves inside out if you give them too much power. So this one here with a 4-pole, you get lots of power and lots of speed, but not really on the bottom end, which is perfect. Now, I'm going to be upgrading to a 6300. This is a 5800 kV motor. So I got a little technique that I use that I can bench test the idea of what pinion and what gearing to use for these cars, or for any car for that matter. If you're upgrading from one motor to another and they're very similar, these are the same brand, so this technique will work great. So here, let's go upstairs, check out the computer, let's see how it works. Well, here we are, racers. Didn't quite work out as I expected. Went up to the computer, but the glare was so bad we couldn't read it. So I thought I'd just print it out. Let's see what we got here. So what I do is I create a spreadsheet. And on my spreadsheet, you can see I have my volts here, the internal gear ratio of the transmission. And what I do is, here's each one of my motors, 5200, 5800, which is in the car, 6300, which I'm going to put in. And I got a couple other options here that we've never tried out on the channel. Okay, so I got the motors listed, the volts. And the reason why I have that is because if you have the volts and you have the kV, you know the RPM. So I know the RPM for each one of the motors. So my 5800 is 46,000 RPM at 8 volts. My 6300, which I'm going to put in, is 50,000 RPM at 8 volts. So what I do is I use some spreadsheet algorithm mathing going on, where I take the gear ratio times the internal gear ratio, divide the RPM of the motor by it, and it'll tell me the axle speed RPM. So right now I'm geared 1860. You see that? So on my 5800, so my axles on my car here at full bore going down the straightaway are spinning around 5100 RPM. So when I switch to my 6300 kV motor, and if I want to go the same speed, 51, I just look down the list. And I see with this particular motor, there is no 51. There's 5260 or there's 4950. So which should we go with? If I drop one gear, I'll go 5260. So I'm going to start out with the 5260 because I do want to go a little faster. That's the whole goal of this video. So we'll try the 5260. If it's not enough, or if it's too fast, it doesn't hit top end, I'll drop it 1 tooth to the 16 tooth. But see, once you build a spreadsheet of your gear ratios over here, here's the list of the pinions from a 12 tooth pinion to a 19th. Spur gear I have is a 60. These are all the gear ratios. This is the final gear ratio with the internal gear ratio, and then applied. So as an example, let's say I went from this 5800 kV motor spinning at 51,000 or 5100 RPM, and I wanted to go with an 8000 kV motor. What would I gear then? You can just take a look. 5100 in the list, 5100. I would gear 1360. Yeah, it's as simple as that. So that's how, so this is from the bench, and then you can sweeten the taste once you get out there, but that's how I set my original pinion. So let me clean all this mess up, install this motor, put some tires on. My tires basically are wore out. Here's the front, here's the rear. I'm going to put a fresh set of tires, get this on the track. Let's see how it performs. See you there. So here we are, racers. A main final. You can see my car finished up there. Top left, second from the left. Qualified P2. We had an awesome qualifying run this week. In Q1, TQ'd the round. Q2, once again TQ'd the round. Q3, had a couple bobbles. Qualified P2, but give credit where credit is due. The green car did have a super clean one, so congrats there. Here we go. So race thought here was keep with the leaders, doing our very best onto the straight, going under the bridge, and you can see cars handling really well this week. New set of those rib tires, new set of rear spike tires. Car is working great. Keeping well with the leaders. You can see that the top three are breaking away, but bottom right, you can see my car traction rolled. I encourage you to press pause, go back, take a look, and see what happened there. I had absolutely no warning about that traction roll. See if you can figure out what that is and comment below. So picking up the pieces. Started P2, traction rolled, fell to P3. Here we go. Under the bridge, through the center, bottom right. Now keep an eye on the group of cars that are going onto the right now. See the black car bobbles, and I believe he is out of it. Unfortunately, he had a tie rod pop, and he decided to retire his car instead of getting it repaired. So let's continue on through the center, over to the right, onto the straight, trying to catch those leaders. So right now the green car is the leader, but take a look on in the center, a little bobble in the heart, and a bit of a lead change there. The green car, you see going through the center, he fell to second. In the orange and blue, you can see him going under the bridge now. He took first place. But considering I'm trying to do everything I can to throw this race away, I'm coming onto the straight now. At the end of the straight, going under the bridge, through the heart turn. It's a Valentine's special. In our race club, we'll do anything for a party. So we're always ready to party. So today's Valentine's special. 922, take a look top left. Oh, once again, traction rolled. Get it? I'm going to slow this footage down and see what the heck is happening. Car gives no indication. I think what happened is the grip came up as the race day went. Unfortunately, it took me down so far, but still running third. The blue and orange card right behind me, he's the leader. Let's see if I can keep away. You can see that the car has plenty of pace. Keeping ahead of the leader there. On the straight, we get lots of power from that new motor. The speeds worked out perfectly. We said it was going to be a little bit quicker than it was previous week. Going through the hard corner, avoided a car there. Chicane onto the straight, through the straight, little awkward corner. He did get to the outside of me and I just cut in there a little too early, but what happened in that exchange, green car went by, so now first and second have gone by and I'm a lap down. But gonna keep the head in the game, because as we say, we're never out of it in Mini-B. Let's pick up the car, going under the bridge. So during the race, I wasn't 100% sure if I was on the same lap or a lap down because of all the commotion. But I'm just giving her. You can see that we're firing it in there against the green car. See if we can get our lap back at least. That was my thought. See if we can gain some ground on this race. Hopefully never out of it. Try to get to the top of the podium, still in third, around the center of the track. Bottom right, chicane onto the straight. Chicane under the bridge. You can see that the car had plenty of pace and the driving through that hard corner. The car worked so well in there. I'm so disappointed that didn't have a better race. See that carved right through, gained feet on that green car through there. Again, under the bridge. Around the hard corner. Onto the straight, end of the straight. A little bit of a bobble there in that chicane at the end of the straight. Let the green car get away slightly. Still trying to make some gains. Let's pick up the car. Going chicane on the right, onto the straight. Let's see if it's possible to catch that green car. He's in second, but he's a lap up. But you can see the car has pace. Watch it go through that hard section. So quick through there. So the new set of tires we put on worked. The motor is working well. Lots of pull on the straight. You can just see it pulling nicely. And you can see that I'm gaining on that green car, but another bobble on the heart. That makes it tough to gain. You can't win races if you're bobbling and flipping. And we're into the remaining 10 seconds. My goal now is to keep that first place car that's behind me from passing. Chicane, under the bridge, safely finish the race. So in the end, orange and blue, he won that race, followed by the green. I placed third on the podium, which is the goal of this series, is to always get the podium. Like if you like this type of thing, subscribe to see more videos like that, and we're so close to 1,000 subscribers. And comment below. Let me know how you would fix this traction roll issue, and we'll see you in the next video.